What do you absolutely effing hate hearing? Those really high-pitched continuous notes from some electronics. You have just made me aware of the high-pitched noise in my living room. Damn you. Smoke detector low battery beeps. Oh man, this happened in the downstairs neighbor's unit when she went on vacation. Eventually I got the landlord to fix it, but for 18 hours it beeped once every 47 seconds. This happened in my neighbor's house 3 months ago, and it's still going strong. And they're not on vacation. They just somehow tolerate the noise. Like WTF. Luckily I only hear it when I go outside. Newsflash a-hole. I've been hearing it the entire goddamn time. When you're using a pencil eraser, but the eraser is almost gone and the metal scrapes on the paper. Ugh, you monster. Good call. Out of every response to this question, this is the only one that made me physically recoil at the thought of it. Thanks. My name 5 minutes before I clock out of work. One more thing before you go, and that thing takes 15-20 minutes. F off, I'm leaving. Should have said it 30 minutes ago. A lack of planning on your part does not constitute an emergency on my part. Someone fired. Probably, but still. Mug-worthy. Peter, what's happening? Oh. You're going to have to go ahead and come in this. Weekend. We seem to have lost some people this week, and we're kind of playing catch up. That would be great. Tinnitus. Please protect your hearing, people. Permanent tinnitus is a nightmare. I hate it more when people mention it. I was sitting here enjoying reading responses, but then you just had to go and say the word and make me start noticing it again. Commercials that say things have changed and go on to list how they're fighting covered in a restaurant or business. Yes, we know things have changed. You don't have to remind us every 4 seconds. We are now cleaning properly. We're all in this together during these challenging times is the default slogan for every effing business now. War has changed. That hawking sound right before my cat has a hairball. Last week, my friend woke up when he heard his cat gagging in the middle of the night. He grabbed the cat and held it over the edge so it vomited into the floor, but he accidentally held it over his laptop instead. As you swiftly wake from slumber, latent feelings limp and lumber through your mind in welling number, round and round as well. What remote and strange vibration ceased my happy hibernation? This compels your consternation. Sounds begin to swell. So, again, as dreams are weaving, conscious contemplation leaving, then you know you heard the heaving hairball hurl of hell. Jick, 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 jick. That noise could raise the dead. That's one of the few sounds that will immediately wake me up no matter how soundly I'm sleeping. Anything rubbing against styrofoam. This sound brings me to my knees. I get rid of styrofoam packaging immediately. Just the sight of it brings the sound into my head. Yup, even reading these comments is making me squirm. Styrofoam rubbing together is what I envision hell to sound like. The political ads on the radio. They're getting pretty bad now. Bobby Newport has never had a real job in his life. Alright, now we're just wasting time. Jerry. BOBBYNEWPORT. Myself on recordings. I can't help. So I used to hate the sound of my own voice on recordings. Just listening to a video of myself would make my skin crawl. I thought I sounded ridiculous compared to everyone else's normal voices, and I wanted to change that. So I did 2 things. 1. I realized that everyone hates the sound of their own voice in a video. Like people are saying, it's a scientific reason and everyone experiences it. 2. I started forcing myself to listen to the sound of my own voice over and over and over. If I had a presentation to do, I'd record myself and listen to it again and again. It was like nails on a chalkboard at first, but doing this helped me pin down specifically what it was about my voice that I didn't like, and they were both things that I could fix. I wasn't putting enough variation in my voice and was sort of speaking in monotone without realizing it. The other thing was that I had a slight problem pronouncing L's and R's, and together the 2 things made me sound slightly childish and honestly, kind of goofy. So I worked to try and fix those 2 things, and now, both of those things are almost 100% gone. And I'm almost completely comfortable listening to my own voice talking. At least, singing I don't know about. I'm still scared to watch a video of myself singing XD. There is scientific reason behind that. How you sound to yourself is different than your actual voice. Women as a general rule are a higher octave than men, yet when it's recorded you are lower than what your brain thinks you sound like. Men are lower, but when recorded they sound higher than what their brain thinks they sound like. So this most people hate how they sound because it messes with their mental image of themselves. If you played a recording of yourself to friends and family, they wouldn't notice a difference since you sound the same as always. I read this years ago and I don't think they took trans folks into account. So I sound that annoying to everyone? This was the closure I wasn't expecting but needed. It's true. I sound like a refined dude in every recording. It's horrifying. Your call is important to us. Okay, well then answer it. We're experiencing higher than normal call volume. Bullsh. You just aren't staffing adequately to respond to your normal call volume. We're experiencing higher than normal takeover of our industry by bots. Please stand by, and somebody will assist you shortly. While we're at it, every situation in which a machine has told me please stand by, has been one where it was not clear that anything more was going to happen, without some intervention like resetting the machine. No matter how long I stood by, don't get me wrong. I'm not at all happy when a machine tells me an unexpected error has occurred, but more often than not, please stand by is just a less candid way of saying the same thing. Please listen to all options as our menu has recently changed. A. No, it effing hasn't. 2. How recent is recent? You and I both know that you're going to leave that message up for the next 10 years until you buy a new phone system. I. If your menu has changed, all you did was to add new items to the end, right? I mean, it's not like you're going to have any options go away. We need to talk. Reply back yes. We definitely do. Taste of their own medicine. It's about time. Throws them off. 2. The worst 4 words to hear. It fills me with so much anxiety lol. When people chomp down on a metal fork and pull it out without unclenching their teeth. Add to that, people who scrape metal forks against plates. This hurt my teeth. What the F is wrong with people? Tell me, ask me to do what I'm just about to do. Effing bothers me to no end and makes me feel like I've lost autonomy. Yes, well I was about to do that, but now I'm not going to. Literally just walk through the door to say I'm done moving those 82 stackable skips and about to finish up in the trucks before putting them away from the evening. Will you put the trucks away? Literally just walk through the door to say I'm done moving those 82 stackable skips and about to finish up in the trucks before putting them away from the evening. I'm just reminding you. Of what? I'm not an idiot. And that's why I got written up. D. I feel this so much. For example, I head to the kitchen to water the plants and my mom shouts water the plants while you're in there. Like that's exactly what I'm about to do, please be quiet. My girlfriend walked in the room with a face on once. Me. Don't ask me to do the dishes. I was just getting up to do them, but if you ask me I won't want to do them. Her I understand and left again. A+ communication skills from both of you tbh. In these unprecedented times, where I live, it's now more than ever for every single ad. Some things make sense. We need to support local now more than ever. Okay, makes sense. We need Nissan's holiday sale now more than ever. F right off. Now that it's Christmas, it's all the holidays may be different, but there's one thing you can count on to be the same. Yes, because with a year of COVID, and not being able to see my family for Christmas, I was desperately hoping for Pizza 73's holiday deal to remain intact. Thank the heavens. Reminds me of all the ads after 9/11. Now, more than ever, we need to come together not as black, white, and brown, but as American. Stand with our brothers and sisters. That's why we at Toyota are having the biggest sale of the century. The holidays may be different, but there's one thing you can count on to be the same. We still want your money enough to spend gross amounts of revenue on advertising. We're all in this together, separately, in our own homes, together. In times like these, it's important to remember that there have always been times like these. Paul Harvey. Little Timmy is sick and dying. Like and share if you care. 12 more likes and we'll be able to save him. Most of the common corporate buzzwords, people use them as fillers or to make up for tiny vocabularies. Our next generation customer centric synergy is mission critical. Has this gone through staff yet? Are they going to language the forward thinking changes I asked for? Are they leaning into this yet? People who chew with their mouth open. I can't decide whether I hate this more than people who breathe so heavily while eating that it sounds like they're going to pass out at any moment. Like, the point of eating isn't to see how much food you can cram into your mouth between breaths. Let's go around the room and say a little bit about ourselves. My downstairs neighbor's music. Conversely, my upstairs neighbor stomping around all the time. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell in the next 5 seconds, or a spider will be crawling around in your bed tonight. I'm seeing all these stupid little animations now that look like purchased assets people use for clicking the like and subscribe button and hitting the bell. They always have a stupid little ding on the bell. They're just as bad. I really hate calls to action in YouTube videos. I don't care how unobtrusive they are. They just feel insulting. I understand that they work, and that people make a living on their YouTube channels. Analytics are important. I'm not faulting anyone for that. Doesn't mean I don't find them annoying. I don't remember which channel it was, but like a year ago, one of the channels I was watching started adding the please like and subscribe if you like my content at the end of their videos, and they said their likes and subscribes increased significantly because of that. You're too quiet. Then when you do, oh my god, she speaks. I didn't know you even talked. This, and when you talk nobody cares what you say. The Grammy nominations. I work in a grocery store, so there are a number of things that make me want to vomit a felony upon hearing. But I'd say, lol it must be free, is up there. Can I help you find anything? $1 million ahahaha. I found the best response is a blank dead stare, or overly laugh at it. When people make excuses instead of just owning up to their mistakes and apologizing. Previously on. Coming up next. No, stop wasting 1-3 minutes, which is a huge amount for TV time. Just give me my show. We just watched 12 episodes in a row. We don't need a recap. Agree to disagree after somebody's been proven wrong, especially if it's basic facts. Like Nobi, you don't get to have an opinion on facts. My cat chewing on plastic bags lining the bins. She does it exclusively for attention in the morning. You're so quiet, like Nabby, I just don't talk to you. My aunt's every Christmas telling me I should seek for a girl to marry and have kids. It's not that what angers me, it's the fact that when I tell them I don't want to have kids and I'm not sure about getting married, they immediately call me selfish and that I'm not supposed to live like that. WTF? It's my damn life. How am I not supposed to live it the way I want? People clipping their nails in the room with me. Dart clip 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 clip. Bro, back about 20 years ago, give or take, I broke my leg. For reasons I can't explain. The bone didn't set right and healed and instead broke through the skin. I guess since I have no feeling in my leg, they weren't in a rush to do surgery and tried to get the wound to close on its own with gauze and all that Well, when that didn't work, we had to drive 4 hours to the children's hospital every 2 weeks where the doctor would clip at the bone to where I could eventually have surgery. I didn't have headphones, earplugs, nothing. To this day I can't hear people clip their nails because that's the same damn sound my bone made getting chipped shudders. What do you have to be sad about? You have food, clothes, a house, a phone, blah blah blah. This is so irritating. Like, am I not allowed to be sad? Is that emotion exclusive to people below a certain income threshold? Let me feel sad, damn it. Well, mostly I'm sad because I can't produce enough serotonin. But thanks for reminding me that I'm an a-hole for having a medical condition I can't control. The mumbling that has replaced normal talk. Hearing loss sucks. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. This is so cringy. Please, just shut up. So much this. That sentence is code for I'm going to treat you terribly most of the time. You have it easy. Yes, I know there's starving kids in Africa. Yes, I know there's homeless people. That doesn't change anything. Don't invalidate other people just because they are not at the most extreme of suffering. This suffering is suffering, and I don't think comparing really helps anybody. Although a little bit of understanding, validation or compassion sure can. When someone is sad and the advice given is just choose to be happy, if only it was that easy. Condescending behavior. People smacking their lips and chewing loudly as they eat with their mouth open. People complaining about stuff they are fully capable of changing. I think we're all a little autistic. It could always be worse. While you were one of many qualified applicants, we decided to move forward in the hiring process. We will keep your resume on file for future opportunities. Be yourself and love who you are. Usually said by an extroverted, conventionally attractive person with lots of talents, successful career and lots of relationships. This mostly, it's not a rickroll. That vaccines cause autism and that autism makes people stupid. This is all part of God's plan.